Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Facebook Live. Oh, hello, everyone. Welcome to another Facebook Live. I'm Lucy Ferrer from Roy Group at Keller Williams, and I created this group to talk about different topics about real estate. Today, we are going to be talking about home inspection. That's what I invite Brian Suff from ICT Pro Home Inspection. Um, the home inspection is not required, but it's recommended. So once that you find a home and you get under contract, we recommended that you do a home inspection. So let's welcome Brian from ICT Pro Home Inspections. Hi, Brian. How are you?
Hey, Lucy. Doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing great. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What is your background? When did you decide to start in the home inspection business?
Yeah. Well, I want to go ahead and say thank you for having me on here.
Sure. Well,
Brian Self, native Wichita, actually grew up in Augusta, Kansas. But if you're not from here, you say Wichita because nobody knows where Augusta is. It's a small town. I was actually been an entrepreneur at heart. Had started my first business when I was 20, and I was a little bit late to the party on buying a home, my first home. I lived in condos and apartments and like that. But I bought my first home a few years ago. And it was a pretty stressful event that my realtor helped me out tremendously in. But again, it's one of those up there life events. I think people say that it's right up there with getting married, divorce, buying a big property. That might be one of the largest investments that you do. So it got me thinking after that experience on how I could possibly help other people in that stressful time and be able to use my attention for detail skills. And so I thought about that, and I started getting done. Company did all the other things that
I think
I'm pretty
the connection.
methodical.
I don't know if it's me, but the connection, I lose you sometime.
Oh, I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. There is some time that I don't know if it's the connection. It gets really slow, like you are like in a slow motion.
But yeah,
yeah. Oh goodness, I don't know why it's happening that, but okay. So I'm sorry, I lost the last moment when you were talking. Were you talking about how you started on the home inspection?
Yeah, I was just saying that in the beginning, in 2021, we started getting certified. We got insured, got our LLC set up, bonded. I'm pretty methodical, so I like to get a lot of things going as far as in the right fashion before I start taking on clients. So I wanted to get all of that going in the right direction. Website built, social media, things like that.
Yeah, I have seen your social media. You're really good giving all those videos about, saying about different things about the home inspection. That helped a lot. Yeah,
I figured just give people 60 seconds of some education, what's a GFCI, sometimes people don't know that
yeah,
stuff,
a lot of people don't know that. Yeah,
so I think it helped out a little bit there. Yeah, I like doing that.
That's good. And tell me a little bit about the importance of the home inspection.
So there are many areas to the actual importance of having a home inspection. I'm gonna, so I think a lot of times is when people are going to buy a new house, they get kind of, they get very excited about it. So they see themselves in there. They're taking a look and they're already envisioning their living room set up and everything like that. So sometimes I think one of the best things about having a home inspection is that third party look at it, where I'm coming in, my company's coming in, and we're going to look at the house, not because we're buying it. We're looking at it with an unbiased opinion and being able to see the things where you're going in with glassy eyes, being like, oh, everything's wonderful. The other thing is that a lot of times, and you can probably attest to this, when you're doing a tour of a home, nobody's getting on the roof. I mean, you're not crawling in the crawl space. You're not checking out the HVAC usually. So being able to go and look at some of those things, I think, is huge. We're able to offer some insight into it without the excitement part of it.
Yeah. How long do you take doing a home inspection, and where do you usually start?
So typically a home inspection, I like to tell everyone, is going to take anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 hours, depending on the size of the house. But don't ever a lot of houses are going to have the same components. They're all going to have a roof. They're all going to have some type of foundation structure. They're all going to have an HVAC. So in those terms of things, a house that's 2,000 square foot might not take much difference in a time that's 3,000 or 3,500. It's just that you've got bigger spaces to check. I mean, a bedroom might be twice the size. So, it's not that a 1,500 square foot house is only going to take an hour. It still should take in the 2 to 2.5 hour range if done properly. We like to start on the exterior, going to the roof, doing the exterior walls, things around there, gutters and everything like that. With that, you can kind of see some of the stuff before you even get into the house that you want to be mindful of. For example, if I get up there and I see issues with the flashing on the chimney, when I get into the attic, I want to look at that same area and see if I'm seeing any evidence of water penetration. And then if I'm seeing it there, then when I'm going on the interior, am I seeing that? Is that a thing that I'm seeing a trend of? And then that helps me know if I've got any observations, where if I were to start on the inside and then work my way out, I might not see the same patterns.
Yeah, of course. And how do you do to report? You go do the home inspection. How do you do it? Do you just have a software that you keep following what you're finding? How is your process as a home inspector?
Yeah, so we definitely like to utilize technology, very technology forward. So we utilize tablets while we're doing the home inspection. And that allows us to go ahead and take a picture of the observation and make that observation right there on the spot. I don't necessarily like to go and take pictures and try and write a report later. For one reason is that if I'm doing 2 houses in a day and it's nighttime when I'm trying to get to everything, I want to be able to go ahead and write the report while I'm on location. That provides me a little bit more insight whether I've got to look around. And then all of that is utilized by our software that we use. One thing that I really like about the software is it's got a percentage meter on if we're in the kitchen and let's say that the buyer shows up and they've got a question in the basement. I can go to the basement and I can write up that observation. It still keeps my place of where I was at before. So I'm not missing. I'm not having to remember to go past everything multiple times. It's going to keep me in place. So I definitely like using technology for those. And then we can usually have the report sent out 99% of the time within 30 minutes of the inspection being completed. And that way the realtor gets that, and so does the homeowner. As long as there's not any extra things, if we've got a radon tests that take a little while longer or a termite inspection.
Oh, of course.
So, but typically everything's going to be, within 30 minutes of the inspection being completed. We'll have the report to the individual.
And the termite inspection, they do it at the same time while you are there?
Yeah. So we do a couple different third-party termite inspectors, TNT Pest Control, Echo brand, or Echo Guard, and they'll come out and they, they're experts in their field, and so they do their stuff, and then we get their report, and so we attach that to our report. So that way we can coordinate everything, and everybody gets it in a nice wrapped up little bundle.
Okay, that's cool. And what other inspections do you do besides the home inspection?
Yeah, in addition to that, we have some ancillary services of, like we said, termite, radon. We have any extra buildings that you'd like, whether it be like a shed without power, or we can do like a warehouse with power. We've also got thermal. We could do thermal inspections, and then in addition to and then we also have a sewer scope. Sorry, I had a thought there. So those are some of the ancillary ones we have right now.
Okay, but do you do the sewer scope, or is somebody else that go and do that?
We also have third party on the sewer scope. So we've got a couple companies that we use for that. PB and Drains is great, and American Services. So they can come out, they do the sewer scope part, again, great at what they do. And then they get to send us the stuff so that we can get everyone the images and whether there's issues or not.
Oh, okay. And what are the most common issues that you have found in the home inspections?
Some of the most common issues are usually some of the sometimes easiest ones to have corrected. Missing GFCI, which is ground fault in bathrooms. I'm sure you've seen that on a lot of inspection reports. You want those in your bathrooms, your kitchens, your exterior, your garage, anywhere where there's going to be water. Downspouts not having the correct diverters is going to be another way that one it's a common find. It's amazing how many people just forget about that. I mean, I might be guilty of it too sometimes. Maintenance items, I think, are some of the biggest finds that I think is huge for any of your clients that are going to be in the seller's mindset, is that those maintenance items getting those taken care of can alleviate a lot of things that the home inspector is going to find. In fact, we put together a seller's checklist to a home inspection that helps out the seller, and you can get that on our website as a PDF, and it helps some of the common things that you're looking for that a home inspector is going to look for, on the roof, on the exterior, plumbing, things, changing the air filter. When we come in and it doesn't look like that air filter's been changed for a year or two, we're going to have to mark that up.
Wow.
And it happens. It happens all too often. And that's something that a seller can go ahead and get taken care of, and doesn't cost them anything but a new air filter. And then they don't have that observation on the report. Obviously, there's going to be, some uncommon things that we hope we don't find, structural issues, roof leaks, electrical wiring, safety issues, but again, that's, we're there to do a safety and security, peace of mind observation of the visual observation of the property. We don't want to find that, anything bad, but we're there to do that. So hopefully that answers that a little bit.
And how do you do? Sometimes, the home inspector go and do the home inspection, then they find out, oh no, they don't have water, or the gas is not on. Because that happens a lot, that sometimes the sellers say, oh no, all utilities are on. And then when the home inspector go there are some that they are not.
Yeah, that's happened. A lot of times I will try and reschedule the inspection, because if they don't have water on, it's hard to check a lot of things, whether it be a leaky sink. Same thing with electricity. There's a lot of things that, we can go in and check. But I would want, if I was buying a home, somebody to check it with the water on, with electricity on. We can possibly do a partial one on it. But, why is the water turned off? Why is the electricity turned off? Has it been vacant for a while? There's some other things that, being a home buyer, you might want to consider onto, what's the situation.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of re-inspections? People hire you just to re-inspect if they did some of the repairs?
So we can do re-inspections. It's certainly, in my opinion, warranted if there are any large items or mini items that are not easily identified to be fixed. So if we came in and there was 25 things that the seller needs to fix, and then they say they fixed them all, if they're not something easy for the realtor or you to tell that they've been fixed, then I think a re-inspection is warranted. And we go ahead and we can set up a re-inspection of the same property. You'll get a new report saying whether it's been fixed or not. But also the same thing, if it's some easy things that you can tell that it's been fixed, then I think that's a call that your realtor and you need to make on that. I don't want to say, oh, you have to have us every single time, because if it's this leak's been fixed and you go there and the leak was fixed, you don't necessarily need to go pay to have somebody tell you that the leak was fixed.
Yeah, but there is stuff in the attic or the roof, how you see the stuff.
Oh yeah. Like if there's quite a bit of things, then I think it's definitely a good idea to have it re-inspected. So we can definitely help.
Yeah, and we usually ask for the receipt, but there is some time that they can give you that, and they still didn't do the right thing.
Oh yeah. We've definitely seen that. Hey, things have not been fixed, and they were told they were. So, unfortunately, those things can happen.
Yeah, that's correct. Well, I don't know if you have anything more to add. Another thing, I know that usually home inspector recommend that the buyer go at the end. So how you do that? Like if you plan that it's gonna take like 2 hours, the whole home inspection, you tell them like 30 minutes before, or how you handle that?
We typically like to have clients come in. We'll try and go ahead and plan for that. So if I think it's going to take 3 hours to do the inspection, then I'll let the buyer know that, hey, at the end of that 3-hour window or shortly before, if you want to go ahead and stop in. And a lot of times they want to come in and because they want to see the property again, they're excited. So then we're going to go over all the observations. We like to go over every observation that we find, show pictures and everything. That way, if they have any questions, they can ask those while we're at the property. And then I can, we do pictures. We also do videos, depending on if it's something that needs sound, which is amazing. I've had microwaves making a grinding noise. So putting a video. Oh,
you do videos too? That's awesome.
We do videos on our reports. So our reports are pretty cool. So you can do video in there, which can help. If it's a leaky faucet, it's really hard to take a picture of that. But, so we can go through all of that with the client right there. And that way they can ask more questions on that. Having a good bedside manner and being able to educate an individual buying a home. It may be their first home. It may be new to this area. They're going to have a lot of questions. So being able to talk to them about that. We were talking about earlier, it being a stressful situation. If I just hand them their report and say, hey, here's a 35-page report, good luck, and I'll walk out the door, I don't feel like I've really helped them. So I think being able to go over everything for 30 minutes and then let them know that you're there after that too, that they can call if they have any further questions. They may think on it that night and have another question next day.
Yeah. Have you seen homeowners that they get in the house so excited, and after you say all the findings, they are like, that they get worried?
Well, and again, it kind of goes back to that, they've got their eyes, all glittery and you're seeing their new couch in there and, the kids playing and everything. And then when you come in and you say all the things that somehow they didn't see, then, but you can also have a chance to talk to them about that. That's one thing that you try and look at on these homes. And I let people know that, hey, as soon as that structure was built, Mother Nature's trying to take it back. And so, a lot of the things, if you maintain and you put in the maintenance in your house, you have the things scheduled, you show it love, and you keep up on things, then the structure is going to be around for a long time. But if you let things go and you don't take care of them, or you try and Band-Aid things, then that can be where we get into bad situations.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought I lose you. I don't know. Sometimes
I thought maybe
freeze. Have you seen me freezing, or is
sometimes maybe, but it's not been in the middle of talking. I don't think.
Probably because you are the one talking more.
Yeah, I'm talking entirely too much.
Yeah, you are the one talking. So I don't know. Sometimes you get like freeze. Yeah,
So I'll be the one actually freezing, maybe. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, and it's very important. A lot of my clients that I had some time when they have like, oh, it's all a cyst condition. Sometimes they say, oh no, and they have to wash more when there is a cyst condition because they might know that it's a big problem and they are not willing to fix. So just before like a month ago, I have a client that he said, oh no, it's a sick condition, I don't want to do a home inspection. And I told him, I would recommend that you do one, even if they are not going to fix anything. You already know the list of everything you need to do after you buy it, and you do that stuff that is important. Yeah. And at the end, the roof was in really bad condition.
Yeah.
So, and at the end, I will say, well, even that was a cyst condition, I asked the seller to reduce in the price how much was that roof. And if he didn't do it, he wasn't able to get that. He will find out later when he closing the house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's always important to do a home inspection.
I think so. I think that there's a lot of things that you got to look at as far as budgeting too. I mean,
yeah, that's correct.
If you're looking at maintenance items and saying, hey, the gutters could need some loving, they're all right now, but maybe you want to have them checked. It's something that you can think about. Okay, $1,500, $2,000, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to price quote, what it's going to cost, but
yeah,
let's say that's something that you can consider then for next year. You can be aware of it. I think buying a house, being aware of things is huge. I know when I bought my house, it's one thing that, and you being a realtor, I think is I don't think people understand how much you do for them and help them out with things. It's very big. There's a lot of juggling going on and being able to help them out with the negotiations. I come in and just state the facts and say, hey, here's what's wrong. And then it's Lucy's job to go and figure everything out. So
yeah. I know, and I try to get them prepared before the home inspection. If it's a home that is 50 years old, it's going to be always some issues, but we are here to be able to negotiate what is important, because sometimes people want to ask for everything, and yeah, we have to ask for what is important to be fixed.
Yeah. We have. Yeah. I've had clients ask me, well, what should I ask for? And I say, talk to your realtor. It's not me from negotiations. I'm just stating the facts.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Is anybody have any question that is right now online? This is the time to ask the questions. Let me, by the time, if it's any question, I'm going to go and I'm going to share his information. Here is his website. Let me have your website. And it's all your pricing in that website, right?
Yeah. We like to be upfront on any of that. We've got all our pricing on our pricing part of the website at www.ictproinspections.com. And then there's also a widget on there where you can type in your address and it can give you a price quote. It'll pull in square footage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So then they can add on if they want to have termite in there, or if they want to have any extra things in there. That way they've got an idea on the price. But then it's also listed out as well.
Oh, okay. And this is how you are in the social platforms, ICT Pro Inspections?
Yep. Pretty much on every social platform we're going to be ICT Pro Inspections handle, exception of Twitter, which is not that big here in the Midwest anyway, but we're ICT Pro Inspections.
Oh, I know.
Everything else, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, we're going to be ICT Pro Inspections. And you can find us on there.
Are you doing YouTube too?
I'm doing YouTube as well. So I try and put out at least 3 videos a week that are somewhat informative, somewhat funny on everything that somebody can find in and around a home.
That's awesome. Okay. I already shared his website, his phone number. What is the name that he using? You say you have YouTube, you have Instagram,
and we have Facebook, and we have TikTok.
Facebook, TikTok. That's how we got connected in TikTok.
Yep. Yep, I'm on TikTok now. I'm one of the TikTokers, so.
Yeah. Okay, I think I got all the information. And well, nobody have asked any question. But thank you, Brian. I'm gonna have to show a house soon. So thank you so much for all the information. We have here all your contact information in case anybody need a home inspection. And good luck with everything. And I'll talk to you in another time.
All right. Thank you, Lucy, so much. And thank you for anyone that watched it. And you all have a wonderful evening, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.